How does someone properly thank another person for being their eyes, ears, and hands for them? After seeing the love and care that was given to my aunt, Virginia Hackenberg, or as we all lovingly called her, Aunt Ginny, from all the folks at hospice, this was the question that I had to ask myself after her passing. The team had been in contact with Aunt Ginny for many months prior, building a relationship with her, getting to know her, and allowing her to know and trust them, which made it easier when the time came that she had to accept their help. She was very proud and she was very independent, and she was not willing to give up that independence. The girls were very patient and kind. They respected her and they cared for her accordingly. During the time of my aunt's illness, we were also suffering from the effects of the pandemic. My family and I were only able to visit her through the window of her assisted living apartment, which made it extremely difficult. That is why I said in the beginning, how do you thank someone for being your eyes, ears, and hands? The hospice team were all those things for me. They visited her very regularly. I received phone calls with updates almost daily. When I would ask my aunt how she was feeling, she would usually say, "Fine, I'm okay," because she did not want me to worry. The girls at hospice kept me abreast as to how she was really doing and when the disease was starting to take its toll on her. I cannot begin to tell you how many times that I made a call to the folks at hospice with questions or concerns, and I always had my mind set at ease after our conversations. I felt like I inherited a new family. I relied on them to care for Aunt Ginny, for I could not be there because of COVID. There was even a time when my aunt had some complications, and due to some miscommunications, she was moved from her apartment to another facility. After her team became aware of what transpired, and knowing my aunt so very well, they did what was necessary to have her placed back in the familiar surroundings of her apartment within 24 hours. That showed me the level of compassion that the nurses of hospice give to all of their patients. The nurses always explained to me the need and the reasons for the types of care that Aunt Ginny received. When the time came for the medication that would help ease her discomfort, I remember of being told what to expect. I was so very grateful to hospice and the facility for allowing me the opportunity to go in and see her before the medication took hold. I remember the sensitivity and the tenderness of the social worker present in my aunt's room. She listened as I told her stories about the woman who was so very dear to me, which helped me through the difficult time. On the night of her passing, I was comforted when I saw that the nurse on duty that night was someone I had known since she was just a little girl. I knew for sure then that Aunt Ginny had been valued and well taken care of during the transition from this home to the next. Even after those difficult days were over, I was still on the minds of the hospice family. I received phone calls checking in on me to see how I was doing, showing that compassionate care even after she was gone. If someone were to ask me if I would recommend using hospice for a loved one, I most assuredly would tell them yes. I cannot imagine the loneliness that my aunt would have felt if she had to travel that journey alone without the care and the compassion of the wonderful nurses. Nor can I imagine having to go through that experience without having hospice by my side. I believe that they were a gift from God. Had it not been for my faith, my family, friends, and hospice, the road I traveled well over a year ago would have been too much to handle. I am eternally grateful and thankful for the love and the care that the hospice family gave to me and my family. Thank you.